Everyone knows the tale of the first Spinjitzu master creating Ninjago before time had a name, but our story begins before that, in another realm called the First Realm, which was home to the Oni and the Dragons. Oni had the power to destroy, while the Dragons had the power to create. The two species were locked in an eternal war. That was until a child was born of both Oni and Dragon. This caused even more fighting as the two species fought over who got the child. The child tried his best to stop the fighting, but to no avail. The child decided to abandon the realm, deeming it a lost cause.
Most of you know the story of the first Spinjitzu master who created Ninjago, but our story goes back much further than that. The story begins in the First Realm, home to the Oni and the Dragons. The Oni had the power to destroy, while the Dragons had the power to create. The two species were locked inside an eternal wall until a child was born to both Oni and Dragon. Even bigger fights broke out as the two species fought over who would get the child. The boy did his best to stop the fighting, but in vain. Realizing that this fight would never end, the boy decided to leave the land.
The child fled to another realm covered in ocean with a few islands, which had its own conflict going on. A giant sea serpent named Wojira controlled the forces of wind and water, which the child did not possess. The realm would have been destroyed if the child didn't team up with the residents of the realm, the Islanders and the Melopians, to take down Wojira. They failed to stop it until an elemental master of water named Niad combined with the sea and removed 2 jewels from Wojira's head. This sent the beast into an eternal sleep. The 2 amulets were separated between the Islanders and the Melopians, and the child was known as the first Spinjitzu master by the people of the land, because of a martial art he created.
It consisted of several islands, but in this land too, the fighting continued. A giant sea serpent named Wojira controlled wind and water powers that the boy did not have. If the boy had not cooperated with the Islanders and the people of Merlopia to defeat Wojira, the realm would have been destroyed. So the boy gathered the inhabitants of the 2 realms together and attacked Wojira. But they could not stop Wojira until a water elemental master named Naiad merged with the sea and removed the 2 jewels from Wojira's head. In this way, they sent the monster into eternal sleep. After Wojira fell asleep, they gained 2 talismans. They gave one to the Islanders and the other to Merlopia. The boy became known to the people of the land as the first Spinjitzu master because of this Spinjitzu martial art he created.
He uses the power of the sword to rebuild Jinjago in Ninjago so he can marry Nia and get immense power. After Nia is struck by poison, Jay forces Notakon to rewind time to before the teapot was found.
In Ninjago, he uses the power of the sword to rebuild Jinjago so he can marry Nia. Nia is able to gain immense power after being hit with the poison. Jay rewinds time to before the discovery of the teapot.